I have to speak on this whole white privilege crap. I'm white and I haven't been privileged. Okay, I grew up with a single mom, a father that didn't pay child support or wasn't even really there. Luckily, I was blessed when I was 16 with a father who taught me about politics. We didn't have a lot of money, but you know what? We were Republican. Why? Because we believed in their views and their values. And to me, I haven't had privilege. I don't even, I'm beside myself that anybody, especially another white person, would talk about white privilege and that we're racist to the bone. Well, peep this out, guys. When my ancestors came here, and I didn't choose what color I would be, when they came here from Scotland and Ireland, they escaped persecution. And the thing is, guys, if you remember, when America was colonized, it was white people coming to America to colonize it. That's why there's more white people. So if you're going to call me racist for being white, I have a Hispanic son. My nieces and nephews are black, white, Japanese, and Mexican. So I'm tired of these people screaming about white privilege, this and that, yada, yada. The reason why it's disproportionate to everything else is because white people colonized Americans when we pushed the the natives out. Okay, we took over their land. So yeah, there's gonna be more white people. You know, I'm tired of people who are educated talking about they don't like the color of their skin. Like, are you serious? What? Did people just sit around and were just bored one day saying, oh, I think I'm going to start this whole movement about white privilege and racism. We're naturally racist. Like, guys, you need to get over it already. We've moved past this. I was one of two white kids in my entire high school. I grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada. Talk about melting pot. You know, everybody needs to get off their high horse. You know, when someone preaches about white privilege and persecution and all these things, they're usually the ones who were rich to begin with, that got the big college education, and like they just sat around, got all angry and bored one day. We need to get off this trip, guys. We healed from racism. The only time racism started hitting the scene again was after Obama was in the White House, the first black president. Then it became about racism. I'm not privileged. I work for Amazon. I make $20 an hour. I pay child support for one kid that's not even mine. And another kid I hadn't seen in 14 years, right, until 2 weeks ago. And trust me, I wasn't out of his life by choice. So when you talk about privilege, it's usually people who grew up privileged. They see it in other people. That's why they're guilty themselves, right? We need to come together. All this division bullcrap. We all bleed the same freaking color. We all originated from the same color. Move past it, y'all. You know, get a life. Move past it and try to heal the situation rather than separate it even more. That's all you really do when you talk about white privilege. And, you know, whoever came up with that really needs to take a step back and own it themselves rather than saying everybody else is that way because they're white. We didn't choose the color of our skins, did we? No, we didn't. So get off the soapbox and stop preaching. Okay, and what we spend all this taxpayer money on college degree for people to sit there and talk about more separation. This is America, home of the free, land of the brave, guys. So if you're sitting back, you know, talking about racism and all this other stuff, I've been judged for the color of my skin. walking in a store. I've had that, and I'm white. But do I scream out racism and reverse racism and all that? No, I move past it and I push forward because I got better stuff to do in my life. Stop trying to make things worse and try to heal it. Okay? And if you all know it, peep it out. If you want to be mad at someone, who owned the ships that shipped the slaves here? The British did. All right? The British owned that. And who sold Africans to those people on the ship? Owned by the British. Their own people. They came to America, and people who are lazy, right, had all this land, and they wanted to cultivate it. Yeah, they're going to hire help. They're going to buy them because someone's only selling them. They couldn't just walk up to them, hey man, you want a job? Anyways, guys, we need to move past this, grow up, and move on. Okay, move on. Anyways, there's not much more to say, man. This whole white privilege, I really don't get it. I haven't been privileged. The last time I checked, I'm white. But I guess that's just some bored white person came up with that. They were mad at themselves because they grew up with money, and they just one day decided, I'm going to come up with a whole new definition, a whole new slogan, and I'm going to cause more division because I'm angry and I got nothing else to do. Anyways, take care.